Hi guys, Alec Peirce at the ranch. And again, if you've been following my At the Ranch episodes, you know that I'm not really at the ranch. I'm actually here in South Africa, those fantastic mountains. We're in the mountainous area, just a little bit west of Kruger National Park. My wife and I are actually hunting. We had many activities. We've been here for 3 weeks. In South Africa, we were scuba diving, we did some touring around, visiting some of the beautiful sites. We've been here before a few times, but it's always fantastic to visit. And then we went up to Kruger National Park and stayed at the fantastic game ranch up there. That's a game ranch where you go viewing. It's incredible. Within 2 days, we saw the big five, including a monstrous elephant, a great big, a very, very large male tiger. And we weren't just looking at these animals, we were interacting with these animals. We were in the swimming pool one day when 2 large elephants came within about 50 feet of the swimming pool. There's no fence around the camp we were at. No fence. And a couple of the guards came out and they were a little bit concerned, but eventually the elephants got disinterested in watching us in the swimming pool, and they left. But it was a very, very exciting experience. The last few days we've been here at the Leopard Camp. Again, just a little bit west of Kruger National Park, and we've been hunting. As you know, if you've been watching this series at all, my wife and I, my whole family, my ancestors, my whole family, my grandchildren, as many, many, many people around the world and in North America do, have a hunting tradition. And we love our hunting activities. It's a lot of fun. We hunt properly, and we eat the animals that we take, and we do it for fun and for food, just sheer enjoyment, my whole family. It's a wonderful activity. Again, if you've been watching this series, you know how I feel about hunting. I thought I would take just a minute, particularly for you folks who are hunters, or some who are thinking of coming to Africa and might be interested in trying a day or two of hunting. It's very easy here. Hunting is a big, big activity in Africa. You can literally go to the yellow pages and go down the yellow pages and pick what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hunt, call that number, and they'll set it up for you. It's pretty amazing. But I thought I'd take a second and talk about equipment. A lot of the equipment we use here is exactly the same as what we use in North America, whether it's in Canada. I found it all across Canada. I found it all over the United States, South America, Hawaii, and South Africa. And a lot of the equipment is very much the same. But one thing we noticed here in South Africa is that the weather can change instantly. This is the beginning of summer. And when you think about Africa, you think about it being very, very hot in the summer. And we did have about 4 days where it was terribly hot, really hot. They said it was 37 degrees, which is pretty close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit for us people in North America. But anyway, it was hot. Really, really hot. It was so hot that although we were sweating, we were not cooling off. Thank goodness we did have that nice cool pool. It's a small pool, but it was just enough that we could jump in and cool off a little bit, because you just simply could not get comfortable any other way. So it was really, really hot. But we're still able to carry on our activities and use the cold water, drink lots of water, and it was comfortable. But then, literally overnight, it went from, what was that again, 37 degrees, down to 17 degrees. 17 degrees is barely 60, they say 65. So it went from 100 down to about 60 overnight. And for the next 3 or 4 days, we were cold. So I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and this is not unlike some areas in North America too. If you do decide to come to Africa, whatever your activity, or if it's hunting, you be prepared for sudden changes. And I mean sudden changes in temperature and sudden changes in humidity as well. When it was so terribly hot just a little while ago, it was very dry too. We drank a lot of water over those 3 or 4 days. Well, the last 3 or 4 days, it's been much cooler. It's been raining as well. So just to give you a quickie, I'm wearing the pants that I usually wear for hunting, which are a lined pant and semi-waterproof. Okay, and then I have on, a typical hunting shirt, long tail, all the usual stuff. You guys know all about that. But here I am in Africa, and you know what this is, don't you? Yeah, this is a down vest. I love this little vest, and I've been using it a lot the last few days. I slip this on, and it's toasty, toasty warm, but it compacts up into almost nothing. You know, you guys know about down. You need something like this to keep you warm. I've been using this quite a bit. It actually, interesting enough, a good light down vest will actually help to keep you cool. Found that wearing this on the really hot days, you have to wear something, actually helped to keep me cool. It protected me from the sun's rays, because it's just insulation. So you need something to keep you warm. Good sweater or a good down vest, and then absolutely essential, you need a good raincoat. You have to have a good raincoat. And there are lots of products available today. This, I think, is a wet skin from Cabela's, and just an excellent raincoat. Lined, not heavy, but it's lined so you don't get sweaty on the inside, you don't get a lot of condensation. It does have an attached hood, so if it's raining heavily, you can pull it over your cap. So I think that's the most important thing that I wanted to share with you, is you be prepared for sudden climate changes. Of course, you need a hat, different type of hat. I have a kepi hat, which is a typical hot weather hunting cap. Has a flap coming down over your back to protect you from the sun, and then just a baseball cap, which is quite common, and then your equipment. Now, you need the other stuff as well, my binoculars. I wanted to mention about cameras. Be sure to take a camera with you. Now, a lot of you say, I don't need a camera, I use my phone. And I do the same thing. I have a really good current phone that takes fantastic pictures. But there are limitations to what a phone will do. The videos are so-so, and sometimes the pictures, long distance and so on, just doesn't work as well. So I often suggest, you're coming on a trip like this and spending maybe thousands of dollars. It's amazing how you can get a really, really good, just a point and shoot, a camera for a couple of $100. You use it for years, and you can frame and zoom and get great photographs. I don't know if Kevin there's some pictures in our previous video. I don't know if he has any in this video. You can see how it can be very important to get a good picture. You're only going to have one opportunity, if you're a hunter, you only have one opportunity to take a picture of you with that beautiful animal that you just hunted and successfully took. So make sure you have the ability to take a really good picture of it to share with your family and friends. And of course, the other stuff, your rifle, your ammunition, compass, knife. I have a little bag that I carry with me with a knife, compass, some way to start a fire, right? And a few tools like that that are really, really essential. Water, very important. When I go out hunting, whether I'm here or in North America, not so much here because here's very, very organized, it's very easy hunting. The guides and the trackers, they take care of you. But if you're hunting somewhere like me at all, I usually prepare to stay overnight. So I have enough clothing and enough water and some snack bars that if need be, not for emergency purposes, I might decide to do that, I can stay overnight. So if you prepare yourself mentally to stay overnight, then you probably have everything that you need. Anyway, I thought you might enjoy that. Alec Peirce, this is probably our last episode from this hunt. In the next day or two, we're heading back to Canada. And having had a successful hunt, both Diane and myself, it's been wonderful fun. If you get the chance to do this, great. And I really appreciate the support from you guys, especially the hunters. Not that you're any better than other people, but I'm a hunter and I really appreciate that support. Hope you've enjoyed this. Maybe picked up a couple of ideas, or maybe I've at least generated some interest. Got your brain going a little bit. I'd like to hunt in Africa. It really is special. Hope you enjoyed that. Alec Peirce at the ranch. And the next time we talk, I'll be at the ranch. Take care for now. Bye-bye.